This was a weird one. This Victor fella is starting to smell very, very rotten. You must follow the law. The law says
Glorious.
Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not? Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It's the Law with Attorney Larry Foreman. Folks, today, Ari and I are going to continue reading the transcript from the preliminary hearing from April of 2025 in the Fraser Bohm case, the People of California versus. So far, have we seen? We have seen a few things. Number one, this is witness number 3 being cross-examined by the defense in the preliminary hearing. He is by far the most dishonest one. Victor Calandra, very, very sneaky, very weaselly, very weirdly dishonest. Like, you would not expect that this man, he's the first on scene, he's the one restraining Fraser, he's the one putting his hands on him, and we're talking, this guy is like a vigilante, Batman-like behavior. He's like the hero coming in, swooping in, and now all of a sudden we're starting to learn that his hands may not entirely be clean. So we're going to continue with his cross-examination today and see where it takes us. And in order for us to do that, I would like to introduce, in the studio with me is Ari Jacob. How are you doing, Ari?
How's it going?
You ready for this?
Let's do it.
What do you think's going to happen today with our protagonist, Victor?
I don't know. Batman, I guess. We'll figure it out. It sounds like he's, I want to know more about, like, he went to dinner. Who did he go to dinner with? I'm just so curious. I wonder if they'll talk more about that. But yeah, I like this cross-examination. I'm glad we're at this point.
Yeah, me too. So without further ado, let's get back right into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
So last we left him, we're in the middle of the cross-examination of Victor Calandra by Mr. Kraut. Did you tell that investigator in the second interview, Victor, the one on the phone, I had to avoid to catch the back, I had to avoid him to catch the back from catching the back end of my truck? Do you recall that?
I don't recall that at all.
So then you gave, wait, you don't recall that happening?
No, I said I did not. I do not recall saying that.
Did it happen?
No.
So then you lied to the detective?
No, I did not lie to the detective.
Okay, I'm going to move on to a different area now. Now, you indicated at a stoplight, you saw my client texting, and I think the judge asked you a question, and you said it was down by the steering wheel, and you saw his thumb going back and forth?
Yes.
And you have always said that to law enforcement, correct?
I believe so.
So the night of the incident, did you tell the investigator that?
I believe so, yes.
What did you tell him the night of the incident?
You want to be specific?
Sure do.
No. Would you like to be? I spoke to him about the whole evening. Is there something specific you would like me to answer?
I'm sorry. I want you to be specific about what you told on the first interview. As you sit here under oath, what did you tell Deputy Tells about the first interaction where you made contact with him?
I said I rolled my window down to get his attention after noticing him with his phone. And again, maybe I stand to be corrected. It could have been texting. It could have been playing a video game. His thumbs were moving. That's what I could tell. And I said he was leaning back and had the phone between his legs and the lower part of the steering wheel. I tried to get his attention, and my response to him was, hey, you need to be careful. You're going to hurt yourself.
And that is what you told Mr. Tells, Deputy Tells, the night of the incident?
I believe so, yes.
And if you didn't, then you've changed your testimony or your statement. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You changed your statement.
I believe I said that.
Okay. Isn't it true that you did not tell Deputy Tells the night of the incident that you were going back and forth between the lanes as Fraser Bohm was also going back and forth? Objection. Vegas to time. When he spoke to Mr. Tells, Deputy Tells. Objection, Your Honor. Vegas to time when the lane changing occurred. Between the light and the almost half a mile of the incident of the crash.
I wasn't asked that, so I didn't say that.
You were asked what happened, and you gave a rendition. Did you tell him in the rendition that you had gone back and forth the same as Fraser Bohm had done?
I don't know exactly how many times Fraser had moved back and forth, so I can't compare my movement in traffic, legal movement from one lane to another.
From the time period of the light, half a mile before the accident, you were able to keep an eye on him continuously, correct?
Again, it was about, quite a distance in front. All I could see at that particular point was sparks flying, right? Like cars hitting.
At the accident.
Pardon me?
At the accident scene?
At the beginning of the accident scene, so it could have been another car hitting. I don't know exactly if it was his car. I came up within a short period of time and saw the end result and saw cars that, car striking another car, creating this, these not fireball, but sparks. And then I instantly, right after that, as I rolled in, I saw debris everywhere.
But you have now said a completely different story or statement that you gave the night of the incident where you said you did not see the collision. And now you've just, and you agree that you didn't see it, and you just stated that. And again, today, after seeing videos, after talking to people, after the memorial service, after watching the press conferences, you've now said that you saw the sparks. Objection.
I did see.
Hold on. Objection. Argumentative compound.
Sustained.
As to which?
Argumentative.
Okay.
It's also compound, but sustained.
Sir, now, you say a few moments ago you saw the sparks. Is that what you're saying now?
Yes.
That means you saw the collision.
Not necessarily. I saw sparks, what appeared to be from a collision.
Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Foreman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to help you to get the absolute maximum compensation permissible under the law. We know the system. We understand how to win. Anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. 1-844-774-HURT. Call us. We can help. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? Isn't it true that you began to chase Fraser Bohm?
No.
From the green light where you began yelling at him or made your statement to him, isn't it true that you then began to give chase?
Absolutely not.
Isn't it true that my client moved lanes to get away from you and you followed him in the next lane again? Objection. Speculation.
Overruled. You can answer, sir. No.
Okay. After that night, well, let me ask you, who is Diana Nicholson?
Diana Nicholson is my ex-wife.
Who is Nicole Jacobson?
My daughter.
Are the last four digits of your phone number 5222? Objection.
Hold on.
Relevance.
Hold on. Everyone, hold on. I need to hear the question. Mr. Bartos, go ahead. And sir, after the question, please do not answer the question just in case there's an objection. Go ahead.
For your privacy, I don't want to give out your full number. I'm simply asking, do you have cell phone numbers ending with 5222 and 2525 as the last four digits?
Hold on. You can answer. 522 is my number. I don't know about 2525.
Nicole Jacobson, does she have a phone number that ends in 3033, your daughter?
I don't know. I call her by her name.
Okay, do you want to look in your phone for a moment?
No, you cannot look at my phone.
I'm not asking you to. Would you, with the court's permission? Well, I'm going to object to relevance again.
My phone is off. Okay, I'm going to overrule it. If you can turn your phone on and look if that is the number. What were the last four digits?
What were the last four digits?
Not my phone number. The question is, does Ms. Jacobson have a phone number that ends in 3033? Just with a yes or no, please. I'm trying to find it. No, it's 2625.
Now then.
Your Honor, that's okay. I don't need to see it, sir. Thank you.
All right. The night of the incident, or early the next day, did you call your daughter, Nicole Jacobson, who resides on the East Coast, and tell her that you think you were involved and caused an accident on the East Coast?
No.
Have you previously had an incident with your ex-wife in which she was aware of you being involved in a road rage incident in your car? Objection. Relevance.
Overruled. You can answer. I don't know. My ex-wife.
Have you ever had a conversation with your ex-wife about you being involved in a road rage incident? Yes or no?
Not that I recall.
Did you have a conversation with the deputy district attorney today or recently in which you said, quote, Mr. Crowd has been looking into my background and knows about a road rage incident that has previously occurred, end quote. Did you have that conversation? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you look at the time period, in the almost half a mile that my client, according to you that night, went like a bat out of hell at 70 miles an hour in the incident, your car comes up, your GMC truck comes up moments after the collision and you pull over, correct?
Yes.
a very short time occurred between the collision and you getting to the scene, correct?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would say very short. I would say approximately 10 or 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
And in that half a mile from the light where you went a bat out of hell and you indicate that you did admit to now going lane to lane moving, and my client moved lane to lane when the accident occurred, you were not half the speed back, almost a quarter mile behind. You were almost right there at the time of the scene, correct?
Yes.
Does the video lie? Yes or no? Objection, argumentative.
Sustained, also vague as to which video.
From the video where the last one that we saw when the sparks occur and you pulled over almost simultaneously.
It's argumentative. You don't need to answer that, sir.
Your Honor, I just want to know if all of us are wrong and he's right. That's why.
Mr. Kraut, stop the comments. Next question, please.
Very well, Your Honor. Okay, now, you were asked questions before about whether my client's car, you were shown a video. I don't know, I think it's People's 4. Forgive me if I get the wrong one, and counsel can correct me. You were given a video, and it was bus in it. Do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And you indicate that there was a car next to the black SUV, and that was my client's on the other side, correct?
You have to answer out loud. Yes.
And that they were in front of you, correct? Because you were behind them, and that's how you saw the cars, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to play this one portion. Counsel is referring to what has been introduced as People's 4, and the file name is 21239 PCH Cam 3. That's mine. Do you want me to play it?
Yes, please.
Just tap on it. It's buffering. If we can go back to the beginning for a moment, and if the people are kind enough when I ask them to stop, we're starting this at the beginning. Are you able to get a clear view, or is it better if you turn around?
I can see this. It's okay.
Okay. I would like you to tell us to stop when you see the black SUV, and then we'll back into it. Thank you. Is that the black SUV, and that is at 2028-35?
It looks like the front of an SUV.
And that's the one that you testified under oath had on the other side with Fraser Bohm's car, and that was ahead of you, correct?
Correct, yes.
If we can proceed, and before we do that, I would like to keep an eye on the front of the bus now and see if you see that black SUV with a car on its left side closer to the center median, and then we'll stop it again.
Okay.
The video is then played. At this point, do you see the black SUV?
Mr. Kraut, can you just say what is the...
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. 2028-37. Did you see in the front of the bus the black SUV? Yes or no?
I believe that's the SUV.
Do you see my client's car to the left of that car, closer to the center median than the number 1 lane? Yes or no?
I do not.
And what is shown right behind the bus?
It looks like my vehicle.
So you haven't seen Fraser Bohm in front of you at this point, correct?
Well...
As you've testified now, correct? Objection. Vague as to whether we're talking about in person or on this video. I'll correct...
Sustained for the record.
Okay, previously this morning, you testified under oath that and I objected and the court overruled me, that I said you can't see a car on the other side. And you said, quote, "This is where I saw the black SUV and Fraser Bohm's late model BMW sedan next to it in the number 1 lane," end quote. Now, you don't see it in this picture at 2028-37, correct?
I don't see it in this frame.
But you see your car, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you previously testified this morning and this afternoon that you made your observations of my client next to the black SUV because they were in front of you. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
All right. Proceed with the video, please. And the video is then played. Stop. Do you see in front of the bus at 2028-45? I know where you're going, Your Honor. Do you see in front of the bus 2 vehicles, a white vehicle and a darker vehicle in the number 1 lane?
Yes.
This is Fraser Bohm behind you. You were the one who went out like bat out of hell. Isn't that correct?
No.
Proceed with it, please. And the video is then played some more. Thank you. Isn't it true that you did not roll your window and say in the calm voice you've testified to, and let me get the words right, quote, "You're going to hurt yourself, slow down, or stop," end quote. Isn't that what you said? Something to that effect in your calm voice you said, correct?
I said it in a voice that would get his attention. I said, "Hey, you're going to hurt yourself. Slow down."
Did you use the same tone
Actually,
you just used in court?
yes.
So for the benefit of us, why don't you say it just clearly how you said it the night with the same...
Rolled my window down and said, "Hey, be careful. You're going to hurt yourself."
And
or someone, something like that, to that effect, that you're going to hurt yourself or someone. That was it.
So this morning you testified 3 times that you said, quote, you're going to hurt yourself, end quote. This afternoon, you've testified twice. Hold on.
I didn't.
That you're going to hurt yourself. And the last rendition is you're going to hurt yourself or someone else. Is that a fair rendition of what's happened in your testimony today?
Yes.
When you came upon, and by the way, before you testified today, you saw other witnesses in the hallway, correct?
Yes.
And you checked in with me before we began, correct?
Yes.
And I asked you if you'd step aside, not talk to the witnesses, and wait outside because witnesses can't be inside, correct? That's what I said to you, correct?
I believe you said that.
Are you aware that the young lady to my left who works for my office was outside and listening to you talk about testimony with other witnesses? Were you doing that, sir? That's a yes or a no.
I had a conversation out there, yeah. Yes.
What year was the road rage incident with you that you talked to your wife about, your ex-wife?
I don't recall.
Where did that...
I had a conversation.
I'm sorry, where did the incident occur?
I was on Topanga, I believe, 2017.
And what were you driving that night?
It was during the day, and I was driving to the Spinal Institute to have...
I didn't ask. I just asked
Okay.
what happened. Objection.
Everyone hold on. What's the objection?
Relevance.
Overruled.
All I want to know is what transpired between you and the other driver.
I was driving. My fiance was in the passenger seat. I was pulled. There was interaction. We were being flipped off. We continued to drive. When we approached Topanga Drive or Topanga Avenue, his car pulled in front of us, so he couldn't move, and I was pulled out of the car and attacked.
And you filed a police report?
Yes, and the police were there, and...
Right. And in that case, you actually said something different in the police report. You actually said that you were flipping him off back and forth?
That's not true. I don't recall that.
One moment, Your Honor.
There's
no question. I'm almost through, Your Honor. Just one more moment. Just want to make sure that I covered everything.
Sure.
Did you pull my client out of the car?
No, he was already out of his car.
Did you move him at any point?
Yes.
And when you did move him, did you have the same quiet tone that you have in court?
No.
And what tone did you have?
I was loud. I said, "You got to come over here." I grabbed him by the hood of the collar and his arm and directed him over.
And what did you say?
I said, "You got to sit over there. There's been an accident." He started to pull away a little bit. And I said, there's been someone effing killed. And I believe that was killed and brought him over there. And there was another gentleman there too. And I said, he needs to stay in this one particular spot.
Did you say anything else? And were you cursing at him at all?
Well, I said the word effing, but that was, just part of my emotions during that moment. I didn't say anything else to him, directed him to him like.
And at any point, did you see any headlights just before the accident pointing into oncoming traffic to where the number 1 lane was? In other words, southbound. A person southbound with their lights on at an angle that would have been bright towards your face.
I wouldn't recall. There were other cars that were coming down, I would say south on the road.
But I'm not talking about on the road, which it had the normal, moving on the 2 lanes. Was there any vehicle that you saw that had its lights such that they would be shining directly into your face or another driver's face as they came northbound on PCH?
Coming north? How would that? I don't understand. If I'm facing northbound and there are cars coming southbound or at lights, how would I have something directly in my face? I don't recall.
No problem.
Anything from the...
Can we play the video, please, that you played right before the incident occurred? And it, with the white car, with Mr. Bohm, goes around that car. By the way, while he's setting that up, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Mr. Kraut, Mr. Bartos, can I just see you for 1 second, please?
A sidebar ensues.
Just for the record, the court's handing the witness a bottle of water. I appreciate it.
People's 11, please. Okay, I would like you to look at People's 11. And from the beginning, and I'll ask you to stop at a certain point, and I'll ask you a question. Now, southbound, you see 2 lanes, correct?
Yes.
Northbound, 2 lanes, correct?
Correct.
And then there's a spot, and then there's a center turn lane. You see that?
Yes.
And that turn lane was to turn right there, not further down, but right at that point, left or right. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
And that is depicted in this freeze frame, Your Honor, at 8:25:00 and towards the upper left where the two arrows are pointing on the roadway. I would like you to watch this, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions. Before playing it, the cars going southbound would be going in the 1 or 2 lane, correct? Not on the right-hand shoulder side, correct?
Correct.
I'm sorry?
Correct.
Can you play it, please? The video is then played. All right, if we can stop right here, please. Do you see at 8:27:06? Do you see in front of the car, pulled over to the right, do you see that a car just slowed down and stopped in the median? Do you see that?
With the light, I believe it has illuminated lights there.
Yeah, and you see the taillights, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's it. That center, that vehicle. I would like for you to keep an eye on it. That vehicle is in a center lane, and I'm going to ask you some questions afterwards, but I would like you to focus. Do you see that it has a turn signal, a left turn signal on, and it's at a slight angle with the headlights pointing it towards northbound traffic? If we can proceed, please. The video is then played. Give me a second, Your Honor. I think we need to use my clip on it.
Yes.
Your Honor, if it's going to take me a few minutes, do you want to take your afternoon break at this point? Well, I queued up what Mr. Kraut, I believe, is looking for. Oh, thank you, counsel. Still using the same video that counsel has at 8:28:48. This is a slightly different view. Do you see that there is a car now in the center median with, you see the brake lights on, all 3 brake lights? Do you see that, sir?
Yeah, the car in the middle.
Right. You see the car in the middle?
Yes.
Do you see how it's slightly angled to the left, like it's going to make a turn? Do you see that?
I see it. I see it. Its location. I don't know if it's angled for the turn.
Okay, why don't we proceed at this point with the video? What do you think about what's going on, Ari?
He sounds like so skittish. And then I think what about that part about him talking? It sounds like he's trying to he's like the Jen McCabe of this case.
Victor is a Jennifer McCabe of the Fraser Bohm case. Why do you say that?
Because he's like organizing everybody and, talking to everybody and talking to them outside the court and going to dinner with them. I don't know.
There's just so much that just from today's video, I can tell that this guy has a huge backstory and we don't know half of it yet.
I think he's worried that, people are going to dig into. What did that? I guess I didn't really understand. He was saying that he was worried that the attorney was like poking around into his past. And who did he say that to? He said it to the police. I guess how would have the other attorney known? I don't. How would you find that information?
You just do your due diligence. I mean, I think he told Officer Tells in his interview. He just mentioned it in passing. He never anticipated that anybody would actually go digging and find it and investigate him because, I'm not on trial here. I didn't do anything wrong. Or perhaps he did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if something like that happens and you felt like you had something to do with it. So the defense attorney makes a claim that he's asking him, did you call your daughter and tell her that you may have caused an accident? Now, they didn't really get into it. Is there a reason why he didn't push on it? Is it just because this is a preliminary?
It's a preliminary hearing. He doesn't want to tip the witness off too much because otherwise he's going to prepare.
What he knows.
Yeah, he's showing the witness that I know stuff that you don't know, and it's more about putting fear into the witness and making sure that the witness is aware that the defense attorney knows. And when you're doing a preliminary hearing, it's just the lawyers, your client, the witness, and the judge. So if you as the witness, you slip up, you make a mistake, you say something wrong, you look foolish, you look deceptive, you look like you're a liar, judges will let that slide because the case is just going upstairs to circuit court or whatever you call it, superior court, I don't know, in California. After the preliminary hearing is over, like you do in most states, it goes to the higher court. You can do that. You can get away with it. But when there's a jury in the room and there are going to be 12 plus a few alternates, men and women, watching the testimony, then the defense attorney is going to let everything out of the gate. And Victor, there is no place that is safe for Victor at that point because he is kind of like their star witness. And the interesting part is, as this case continues to develop, Ari, I'm starting to see that Victor is the star witness for both sides, which is extremely rare.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And unlike Jen McCabe, if it comes out that if we find out during this trial, if it happens, or that he had culpability, I mean, it's more than likely he'll get charged, right?
Yeah, there's no reason not to. He's a nobody to the state. Jennifer McCabe is a bought and paid for agent of like that little troop that they have. They're losing everybody like flies right now, but that's another question
Well,
for
I,
another
I
day.
also think that if he has some type of favor with the victims' families or friends and family of the victims because, he made it seem like all this stuff, I just think that I don't think that the families are going to be too happy to hear if he did have anything to do with why the car crashed.
Also, do you feel like him going to the memorial service, going to dinner with the family, going to like meet up with these people, having phone conversations, is he just like, do you think he has a guilty conscience because he feels that he has contributed to this accident and he's trying to kind of like be everywhere at once so that nobody suspects him? Because what better place to hide than in plain sight?
Yes, I think he sounds like a hothead just based off the way that he's sort of just dodging questions about what he said. I mean, why not just say, "Yeah, I was screaming, yelling at him. I was pissed." Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know why you wouldn't just tell the truth at that point. He sounds like somebody that's guilty. And then
Yeah.
he does this thing, and I think women, we have like spidey senses when guys just give you too much information, like color of the car, like, I've been here, lived here all my life. It's like you kind of know that they're maybe lying about something if somebody gives you too much information.
Exactly. So
Does that quite a bit.
he does do that quite a bit. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess we'll see. Go ahead.
I think that I mean, there's other people that were there or that saw what had happened, and it doesn't seem, they haven't said it. We haven't learned about it yet, but it's like, did they go to the memorial and all that, or were
Yeah.
they kind of just like, gosh, this is such a terrible thing that happened, but go on their way and be, I guess, what's it called when you're cooperative with the court to show up and all that kind of thing. I don't know. He just sounds like a character. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
I think I don't know if you caught this moment, but Mr. Krause kind of glossed over it, and I think, and again, intentionally, because it's just a preliminary hearing, and he wants to make sure, like, this, how is that witness going to respond in the future? How is Victor going to respond in the future? But he asked him a question about, there's a video, I guess, of like when the two cars are at the stoplight, and he says
In
he
front
rolled
of
his window
Duke's.
down. Huh?
Yeah, I think, didn't he say like in front of the Duke's restaurant or something like that?
Yeah, that he rolled his window down. Is like, hey, get off your phone. You're gonna hurt somebody. I think that's his way of copping out. Like, well, I warned him, so I couldn't possibly be responsible if I am the one urging him to be careful and encouraging safety. So it's kind of funny where if that interaction never happened and the defense can prove it, I don't know. Victor may go down as the next culprit in this whole thing. Maybe an accessory after the fact or something like
Well,
that. I don't know.
here's the thing. If everybody's
Or
claiming
before the
like
fact.
Fraser knew what he was doing because everybody knows this road is dangerous, then why the heck would you be in like a road rage type of situation yelling at someone? I would be just focused on the road. That in and of itself is dangerous, to be getting in a car versus car altercation with someone on a dangerous road. And he's saying he was going back and forth on the lanes.
Yeah.
So, and this is at night at, I think, 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
So it's scary.
It sure is. It sure is. Well, listen, Ari, I wanted to thank you for coming. I wanted to thank you for joining us once again. We're going to keep this series going. Where can my people find you?
I am Little Miss Jacob everywhere, and I'm influences on YouTube. Thank you guys for coming over to my channel. I appreciate it. I'm going to just keep making videos because I'm really interested in this case.
Yeah, let's keep this train going. That's Ari, everybody. Go subscribe to her channel. Go follow her on socials. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this today. This was a weird one. This was a really bizarre. This Victor fella is starting to smell very, very rotten, and I can't wait to finish up his cross-examination and to see who is up next in this preliminary hearing from April of 2025 in the Fraser Bohm case. As you all know, Alan Jackson has taken over. He is now the lead counsel of record, and we will see as the case continues to evolve in July, and certainly in August. We have a subsequent hearing, I believe his arraignment in circuit court, and yeah, we might have a trial date probably sometime at the end of next year, and I look forward to giving you updates between now and then, as I'm sure Ari is as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.